Hello there. Revelation 21:6. How come no one ever seems to cite this one when they try to prove Jesus is God? Well, the answer be, this is the easiest one to refute, and it most certainly shows you that Jesus is not God. And that's what we're going to look at right now, so check it out. Revelation 21:5-7. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give to him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Okay, so when we look at the context of Revelation 21:6, and we look at verse 5, and we look at verse 7 also, what we see is he that is sitting on the throne is the one that's speaking. And he says he's the Alpha and Omega. And he says to us that overcome that he will be our God and we will be his children. Let me ask you something. In John 20:17, doesn't Jesus say that his Father is our Father? So the one that's sitting upon the throne is indeed the Father, and he is going to be our God. But let's look a little bit closer at he who sits on the throne and see for sure, is he our only God? Let's have a look. Revelation 7 verses 9 and 10. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues, stood before the throne and the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sits upon the throne, and to the Lamb. Okay, my friends, this is the sum. Revelation 21:5-6. We have he that sits upon the throne, saying he is the Alpha and Omega. And in verse 7, he says to those that overcome, he's going to be their God, and they're going to be his children. This would make him the Father. But to solidify it, we look at Revelation 7, verse 9, where you have a great multitude standing before the throne and the Lamb. So we have he that sits upon the throne is in the scene, and the Lamb. And in verse 10, they cry out, Salvation to our God that sits upon the throne, and to the Lamb. But their God sits upon the throne, and their God is the Father, not the Lamb. Just like Jesus tells us in John 20:17, His Father is our Father, His God is our God. Amen.